Hi, same outfit. Can you tell? Hello, and welcome to another Passive Royal video where today we're going to be knitting some scrunchies. This is the complementary video to my previous one in which I crocheted some scrunchies, which you can go and look here. And I thought it would be really good to give people who are inclined either way an opportunity to participate. How cute are they? They're so cute. I love these colors. Anyway, so like in my previous video, crocheting, knitting, super on trend right now. Bright colors are everything, which I'm so excited about. And I thought a great way to use up our leftovers is to make some scrunchies that match our outfits. Now I've just made these scrunchies, these are not leftovers. I've gone out and purposely bought some yarn for this, so I do not have an outfit to showcase. However, these are super cute, even on their own. Like, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Or am I yellow? I think I'm a yellow.
Again, I'm going to be using Avon 4-ply 100% cotton by Morris & Sons. This is a luxurious cotton coming in at $10 a ball, which is a bit expensive. I'm also using my 3.75mm knitting needles. I'm using circular today, but straight needles work fine too. We're going to be knitting flat using knit and purl stitches, so it'll be super easy. You'll also need a yarn needle, hair tie, and a measuring tape. We're going to start with the plain knit scrunchie in yellow sunstone. Begin by casting on 38 stitches. I've used the long tail cast on method, but it won't really matter what method you use for this project because we're going to be sewing all the edges together anyway. Now, out of habit, I've purled my first row, and that's because normally when you knit a project where there will be a raw edge showing, you want your first row to be the wrong side of the project. So you don't have to do this, so long as you keep the pattern correct, we'll be fine. So to begin purling, we need to insert the needle into the front of the first stitch, then wrap the yarn around the needle and pull through. Continue to purl for the rest of the row. We are now going to knit the second row. By knitting the second row, we are going to create stockinette stitch, which will be a plain flat knit. To knit, insert the needle into the first stitch through the back, wrap the yarn around and pull through. Continue to knit for the rest of the row. We're now going to repeat those two rows, knit one row, purl one row, knit one row, purl one row, until the work measures about 45 centimeters. I've been going for a while now and you can see that my work measures about 15 centimeters wide. You can always customize how wide or puffy your scrunchie is. If you want a wider scrunchie, cast on more stitches. If you want it puffier, just make it longer. I've continued in stockinette stitch till about 45 centimeters long, as you can see. It's now time to cast off. To do this on a brand new row, knit 2, then pick up the second stitch on the right hand needle, loop it over the first stitch, then knit 1 again. Now you have 2 stitches on your right needle again. You're going to take that second stitch and loop it over the first one. And you're going to continue to do this until there is 1 stitch on the right needle left. Then cut the tail and pull the yarn through. This way your work won't pull apart. Now with the knitting done, I'm going to be bringing both those short edges together to meet at the center. We are going to thread the tail of yarn into our yarn needle and we're going to mattress stitch up these 2 short edges together. I really like mattress stitch because the end result is basically seamless. Now when you're working against the grain in knit, you can see a seam, but when you're working with the grain, you can't even tell there's a seam there. Mattress stitch also allows you to work with the right sides facing, so you can actually see how your project is coming together. To mattress stitch, pull the yarn needle through 2 stitches on one side, then the corresponding 2 stitches on the other side, and continue to do this all the way up the piece. Once you've been going for a while, you can pull the yarn tight and see everything come together. So now we're working with a donut. We're going to turn our work so the wrong side is facing. Bunch it all together and put a hair tie around it. You can always use a piece of elastic made into a loop. I personally just like using hair ties. This part gets a bit hard to explain, but we're basically going to fold our work in half from the elastic and use mattress stitch again to sew up all the way around the circumference of the scrunchie. And by tying in that loose end, we now have scrunchie number 1 done. So if plain isn't enough for you, we can now move on to scrunchie number 2, which is a seed stitch scrunchie. Using pink rose quartz, we're going to cast on 38 stitches just as before. Seed stitch is super easy and a great way to create texture in your knitting. It's essentially knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, and so on for the first row. And then on the return row, you again knit 1, purl 1, knit 1. And by creating this offset in knits and purls on the reverse sides, we create this textured look and it's really sweet. I've been going for a while, and again we're measuring at about 15 centimeters wide. I've gone ahead and continued in pattern until the work measures about 45 centimeters. We're going to cast off, same as before. Lay the work flat and fold the centers in just like puff pastry. Mattress stitch the short edges together to create a donut. Once that's done, turn the wrong side facing, loop over your hair tie, and mattress stitch up that circumference. After tying in the ends, now we have two super cute knit scrunchies. I'm really proud of how these turned out. I think this is a great stash buster. I'm really excited to start using these into spring and summer. It's a good idea if you're going for a high pony to use a base hair tie. It just keeps everything in place and you're not gonna have to worry about how much fun you're having. In future, I might knit to a length of 60 centimeters to get more scrunch, but I'm really happy with what I've done here and I'm definitely gonna be making these again. Comment below if you're team knit or crochet and what you'd like to see next. Let me know if you liked this stash buster video and remember to subscribe to see more crafting next time. Bye!